Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today I'm actually going to do a wish list. I don't think I've ever done one before. Pretty sure I haven't, so this is a first for me. So 2024 wish list plants. I think I have 8 or 9, but we're going to get into it. And the first one, they're not in any particular order, like I really want this one the most or anything like that. And let's see. And I'll put some screenshots up here of what I'm talking about while I'm talking. So the first one, Syngonium chiapense. I have Syngonium frosted heart, or I did, and I struggle with it. It'll do great for a while and then it'll kick the bucket. And looking at this plant, it looks like the leaves would feel the same. It looks like it grows the same way. I could potentially struggle a lot with this plant. I saw this one not that long ago when I went down to Myrtle Beach and I stopped off at Growing Green, I'm pretty sure it's called, in North Carolina. He had that plant in there. Didn't grab it. I didn't even look at the price tag. But I do like this plant. I like the variegation on it. So in particular, the variegated one. I don't know. I would do either one, really. But I would prefer to just have the variegated one, I believe. Because it's pretty. It's real pretty. It's a very attractive plant. The second plant. And this seems to be a list of plants that I don't do well growing, so I don't know. Read into that what you will. Variegated Scindapsus jade. This one here looks more yellow. The one, once again, at the same place, I saw variegated Scindapsus jade, but it had very crisp, very white, bright white variegation on it. This one here looks more like a yellow, or maybe like it fades to a cream. I'm not sure, but I like this plant. It's an attractive plant. I also didn't look at the price tag of it. But I was looking on Etsy earlier, and it does seem like the prices on a lot of these plants is coming down. It has come down a lot. But right now I'm not ordering anything off of Etsy. I don't really love winter shipping. Sometimes I've had very good luck. Things have been wonderful. Things have come and they've been perfect. Other times, not so much. As a matter of fact, I ordered 4 starter plants from one Etsy company. They all came fine. I have none of them left. None of them. They're all dead and gone. And I'm not saying that's a seller issue, but they never grew. They never did anything. Eventually, they just dried out and died. I mean, after months of not doing anything. It was a Scindapsus, a Philodendron, Syngonium, 2 Syngoniums, I think. But yeah, they're all gone. They're not with us. But anyway, so I don't order in the winter, basically. I probably also won't order from that seller anymore. Like I said, I don't know if it's me, them, the way it shipped. I don't know what it was, but they were teeny tiny little starter plants, and I think I'll wait until they're a little bit bigger or grown from cuttings or something like that, rather than what I assume were tissue culture plantlets. But I really do love this, the variegated Scindapsus, particularly the white, but I couldn't find a picture of it for some reason. Maybe I just lost patience. And also, you'll note at the top, that is what I searched to find them. I think all these pictures came from Instagram. Don't have permission to use them, but I figure we're doing fair use because it is for the purposes of education and discussion. Anyway, the next one, Amedrium. I think the picture we're looking at is Amedrium medium silver. And there's one that's very similar to this, except for it's green and it looks more veiny. I like that one as well. So I guess Amedrium medium in general, I'm really, really liking. And I've seen it a couple times, but I just walked away. I think it's the runners that discourage me a little bit with this plant. I mean, I like it. I really like the way it looks, but I don't love runners. And I can just see that happening to me. But if I found this plant for the right price, yes, I would try it, because it is very pretty. I like the texture of it and the fenestrations, the lobey look of it. Would you call that lobey? Fingery? I don't know. But I do like the way it looks. This is a random one. It's called, maybe, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Asarum splendens? We'll go with that. Most of the pictures I saw when I searched for this plant are pictures of this plant growing outside, like in the woods. Where it grows, normally I couldn't tell you. The flowers are a little terrifying, if you want the truth. You'll have to Google that yourself, because I'm I didn't like the way the flowers looked, but I don't think I'd be able to flower it indoors. I don't know. It looks like it would grow like, is it Cerrestes, Mirabilis? I don't know. It looks like something that's very fragile and would want just the perfect amount of water. You know, too much water, it's going to die. Not enough water, it's going to die. I don't know. But it is very pretty. Once again, if I saw it, I'd probably pick it up and try it. It doesn't look like it would be a very expensive plant, but then again, at the same time, I don't see a lot of it. I don't see, like I said, I see it outside in like outdoors pictures. So I don't know. But yeah, I would try it. I really like the way that the leaves look. They look like they're thick and chunky. But at the same time, those little bitty stems make me think that it would be very wilty. Very needy. I don't know. Ooh, the Hoyas. I think I only have 2 on here that are Hoya. Hoya nervosa Jokul. How would you say that? I don't know. But it's the splashiness on this plant, and in this particular picture, it's not very sun stressed. It's just kind of silver and green is what you see, and it looks like, I don't know, medium to small-ish leafed Hoya. I'm not talking Lacanosa small. I'm talking like Carnosa small. Maybe. I don't know. I think they do get quite a bit larger than that. But I like it. I like it. It's not the veiniest thing, but it is splashy. I don't know. And when it sun stresses, I thought that was a very pretty picture. If you get a chance, look it up sometime. Unless you have it, and then you understand what I'm talking about. I like this plant. That's a pretty Hoya right there. Don't even know what the flowers look like. I have no clue. So just based on the foliage. The next one is Hoya SP Tam Dao. I guess that's how you say that. I like this one a lot. This is a larger leaved Hoya from what I have read. I like the veininess of it, I like the shininess of it, and I like the greenness of it. Once again, I have no clue. Couldn't tell you what the flowers would look like on this guy, but I do like it. And I wonder if it's anything similar to like Velosa types. Just looking at it makes me wonder that. I mean, it does not look pubescent at all, but it's a good looking plant. Humble opinion. I really like this plant. I really like this Hoya. The next one. And I see this one all the time. I see it for sale all the time, and I don't know why I've never picked it up. I think it's because I've heard it's hard to size this guy up. And it's Philodendron Burlemark's Fantasy. The color, that silvery blue color, I like that on plants. The veining on it, and the leaf shape. I think it's attractive. Very attractive, downright seductive even. But I see them with little teeny leaves all the time. And from what I gather, they can get, quite big leaves on them, but I hear that it's problematic for people to do that. I hear that it's not the easiest one to size up. So I think it would be kind of like trying to grow a melanochrysum. I can grow a little one that looks just like lichens pretty much forever, but getting it to actually do something, I've never had very much luck with them, which I actually have killed my melanochrysum. I think I have it in wet sticks right now, so we'll see. The next one. I owned this plant for about 5 seconds. Philodendron esmeraldense. I imported it and Patriciae from Equigenera, I think in the spring, this past spring. The esmeraldense rotted pretty much right off. The Patriciae, it did put out some little plantlets off of the stem, like everything died. The roots, everything except for the stump died. The foliage that it came with, everything. And it did kind of grow a little bit. It was esmeraldense narrow, and it did kind of, the Patriciae is the one that grew. We're not even talking about that right now. Why am I going into that? But anyway, it's basically a stump sitting there again. The esmeraldense, I could not, no matter what I did with this plant, I could not revive it. The stump just continued to shrivel, rot, etc. It was just too into the tissue, I guess. But I really want this plant. That bright green center vein, I really like that. And the long, narrow leaves. I mean, what's not to love with the texture? It's kind of like pillowy. It has abs. I don't know. I think it's a nice looking plant. And then this is the last one already. and it's another philodendron. It's Philodendron squamacole. And I like I'm looking at what I think is the oldest leaf in this particular picture, and it's very dark. You can get squamacole pink, you can get it just a regular one, which I assume is this, and then you can also get one that's squamacole dark cherry or black, or, you know, whatever they're calling them. I wouldn't really care about either of them. I would maybe go for the darker one or for the regular green one. And that's because I really like dark foliage, and I also like, you can't see it in this picture, but if you flip that leaf over on just the regular old squamacole, the veins on the underside of the leaf have a blush to them, and I just think that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And it is a hairy stem plant. I know a lot of people don't like the, well, hairy petiole plant. I don't know, the stem might be hairy too, I didn't really look. But I do like that. I think it's an interesting thing. I like bumpy stems, flat stems, you know, just something a little bit different about the, I keep saying stems, petioles. I don't know. It just adds even more character to a plant, I think. So, yeah, I like it. But that's it. That is my 2024 plant wish list. I think it's reasonable that I'll get some of them. I think some of them are just not going to happen. They're just not for sale in my area, or I'm still not willing to pay that price for them. It's funny how much what you're willing to pay for a plant evolves over time. I have a plant that I paid $700 for. Can you guess which one? I don't know if I've ever admitted it before. But that was maybe 2021 that I paid that much for that plant. Maybe even 2020. Maybe even earlier. Might have been 2019. But anyway, as of now, if I look at a plant, it's more than $100, even for something that's a little bit more unusual. I'm like, ooh, isn't that weird? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting more responsible with money. Or maybe I just realized my house is full of plants. Could go either way. So, do you share any of the same wish list plants as I do? What is on your wish list? Because I have to go look it up. Put it down in the comments for me so I can go look while I'm sitting in bed later. Pretending to watch Netflix. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I am going to go pretend to be a productive adult. And thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.